Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Can you explain what the organisation does
Yes,
and why it was important for you to be here today?
sure. So my organisation currently works on behalf of the Australian government to assist New Zealand nationals who are voluntarily returning from Australia to New Zealand. And it's important to be here today because TAPAR is one of our important partners around the world for assisting all migrants with their return journeys. The work that TAPAR's done is long-standing work, and we're really happy to acknowledge that work and to support the initiatives that TAPAR wants to do in New Zealand. But then also to take those stories back to Australia and connect those stories with not only the Kiwis that are due to return in the future, but then also their families that might choose to remain in Australia, but then also for our stakeholders at the Australian government to realise the work that TAPAR does here as well.
You can see Tipa's very kaupapa Māori driven. So, we put that at the top of what we do. How is that for you to be a part of things like the 501 conference and being here today and seeing the tikanga or protocols unfold?
One thing for sure is that I never feel short of a warm welcome from TAPAR. Right from the start, they've made me feel really, really welcome and brought me into their whānau and acknowledged me, even though I'm an outsider. I'm part of the family now. And it's just reflective of the organisational values and the work that TAPAR does with the recipients, but then also I'm proud to call myself a partner organisation for TAPAR and realise that the work that they do assists the work that I do in Australia. So I'm just happy to be part of that family.
From your perspective, do you think that cultural awareness and reconnecting with returned Tonga is important for them to settle when they come back?
It's very important. I mean, I've spent time with TAPAR staff and I've heard the stories, and those stories are transformational. So I mean, as someone who grew up in Australia, I know about Indigenous cultures. I'm aware of Indigenous cultures. So I respect those Indigenous cultures, but I'm not part of that story. I'm a white middle-aged guy who has origins in England and origins in Europe. But spending time with the TAPAR staff and hearing the work that they do, it is a way that they can connect those Kiwis that have spent some time in Australia back with their family and their country. One of the stories, for instance, one of the TAPAR staff took a guy back and connected with his river, with his mountain. And they're things that are important to those people. And then it's also important to our organisation because it assists the stories that we tell and the work that we do.
Great. Anything else you want to add or feel like you need to say?
I just want to say that TAPAR does great work. And even though in New Zealand, it's important that that story keeps top of mind for not only the New Zealand government, but then also for the civil society organisation network. We're trying our best to have those stories known and visible in Australia as well. So the Australian government knows about the work that TAPAR does, but they're not taking advantage of the full benefit of that work at the moment for those New Zealanders who have to come back. And that's the work that still has to be done.